So on the last episode, we got everything situated to where we wanted to be on the go-kart for at least right now. The next step in that process is making sure that everything else is going to work together with it, including the engine. And as you guys can see, the engine is not in the best condition. It looks like it was pretty run down, beat up, used and abused by all the little gasket maker that is on it. And in my personal preference, I don't like that. So today we're going to take this apart. We're going to shine it up, make it look pretty. We're going to clean this up to make sure that it's actually functional properly. Reseal everything with a brand new kit that we got. And then we're going to get it ready to be able to put it on the go-kart and test it for the first time. But there are still a couple steps before that, but this is the biggest one and the most challenging one for me, since I've never actually taken one of these apart. So let's grab our tools. Let's take this apart. Let's see how bad it is and if there's anything else we need to order before we put it on the go-kart. Oh, that's not good.
Gotta get in there.
This bolt is snapped off. Uh-oh. So this is what it's supposed to look like, and that is what it currently looks like. Please only be one. I think it's only one that broke off, so. Not bad, not great, but oh, fix it. Don't know where that went, but that went somewhere. There, beautiful. More silicone. This is not the greatest. This one's threads is all fucked up. This one has a broken bolt. I want to see if we can get that bolt out. This one, I'm gonna grab the tap and die set and see if we can fix it. So we already ran into our first snag, and that being that the previous owner actually broke a bolt off in one of the camshaft caps. And that is going to be our biggest problem for now. I think even just fixing this and cleaning the rest of the engine, we should be able to start it. I just don't want to lose oil pressure because of this. The other one that's lost its threads, I think it'll be fine. It holds the bolt in place. It's not very tight, and I'm not planning to tighten it super tight. That way we have whatever threads we have left. But I at least want to be able to start this without having to invest more money into it. So I'm going to try and extract this bolt first. We do need to order a new one of these, a new bolt at least, and then we're going to get to cleaning the rest of it, and we'll probably time lapse for that for you guys. But let's get this bolt out first, and then we'll worry about the rest. we saved most of the threads. Nice! We got it out, people. Holy shit, that is nerve-wracking to do. I would not recommend doing that at home, but I'm broke, so I gotta do it at home. So now what we're gonna do is put the cap back on, put 3 bolts back in, and then really power wash this outside and see if we can get it nice and clean before the end of the day. So while I was looking inside to see what else we could clean, I came across something. I don't know if you guys caught it. I know it's in the video now, but come closer and let me show you. So apart from the cam covers right here, you have little rockers on either side. But the issue is that this one has a nut, this one has a nut, this one has a nut. But where's the nut on this one? So now if you take a little bit of a closer look in between this little tiny gap right here, let's see if we can get a different view. If you look right in there, do you see it? If you guys ever buy used parts, make sure you look them over. I know we should probably take down the rest of this, but I think even just fixing these couple issues, this engine's gonna run a lot better. So let me finish getting the rest of the gaskets off. Let me put that bolt back on, and then we'll clean the rest of the outside. And now I need to know, we need to lash the valves. So we'll do that later. Ta-da! Very important that you look your stuff over, because if this jammed it, it could have broken the whole engine. So let's put that back in its rightful place. All right, now that we have that in place, let's get everything else in place, and then we'll start cleaning what we need to clean. And just like that, we finished cleaning up the engine, at least good enough for it to go in the go-kart for now. As you guys saw, there were a couple issues that we ran into, including finding that nut that was loose. So we need to lash the valves in this. We also need to order new bolts, new seals for the top valve cover. And then we need to figure out what we're doing about cabling so we can get it to work with the go-kart. But that's not all we're doing today. Today we're also going to work, or at least tomorrow, not today, but another day. We're going to work on the go-kart, finish everything up for the seating, mount this up, see how it sits, and make sure that everything is sitting correctly. But I will see you guys tomorrow. For you guys, it'll be in a couple seconds, so I'll meet you guys there. So on the last episode of the go-kart build, you guys saw that we actually ran into quite a bit of problems, especially with the frame flexing. But apart from that, we are also at that point in this build where we need to do a lot of small things in order to be able to get to where we want to be, including, but not limited to, of course, putting in the radiator, putting in some cables, putting in the brakes, and all of that. So I want to get started on some of that. Specifically, back here, it seems like we're having a lot of flexing issues. The pipe is actually bent for some reason. I don't know how that happened, but it got pretty messed up. But
So what we're gonna do is I want to cut out these two cross members, I think is what they're called. I want to cut those out just because right now they kind of look ugly and they don't match the go-kart. So we're going to replace those with some stronger piece of pipe. We're also going to cut some bracing into it to help support the part that is flexing. And then we're also going to solidify more of the back end of stuff. That way everything is ready to go, as well as also try and weld some other little odds and ends like the radiator. So I think I'm going to grab the grinder, grab some other stuff, and then we're going to get to cutting.
Okay, now with that out of the way, I want to measure between the two braces to kind of put a pipe in the middle to make this more structurally sound. So we're going to measure from here to here and see about putting a pipe dead center. That way we can reinforce this part, which is apparently the weakest point in the whole go-kart. So let's grab a tape measure. Let's see if we can cut that out with one of our new tools. Close enough. We might have cut it a little bit short, but ain't nothing a little bit of weld can't fix. Now we're gonna measure out that halfway point and see about where we want this. So after thinking it over a little bit, I think we're gonna go with more of an X pattern. So we're gonna try and get a pipe in here to brace the front of where the ATV used to be, the ATV motor, to brace from here to the corner where it's braced now by the pipe that we just installed. So let's get two pieces of pipes cut and see if we can get that angle at least a little bit correct and see if we can get that in there. So this needs to be cut something like here. This needs to be cut something here. Something like that.
Like a glove.
Like a glove. So that one fits nicely. Now we need to make the other side identical. I think that'll help reinforce everything, and the only thing left to do is weld it. So let's get the welder, let's clean up some of the metal, and get to fully welding this into place. If this doesn't fix it, then we have to replace some stuff, and that's okay. But I think for now, this is a good test as to what is the next step. So let's weld some stuff up and see if we can get it to sit correctly and hopefully not flex anymore. Now that those are more or less solid, I want to create a little brace from here to here. That way this flexes and from here to here. Now we have the two pieces that are going to go on either side of this and secure the engine cradle to the frame. We still do have a couple bits more welding. I don't think you guys saw, but we actually knocked one of the seat mounts off. But before I fully weld that, I want to mount the seat again, but I want to get this back end secure before we move forward with the rest of the go-kart. So let's put these on the back and see how they fit. And now, after getting high for about 3 hours on welding fumes, make sure to wear your respirators, by the way. I am happy with where we're at. There are still some places that I need to weld, but I want to put some spacers in there. That way there's not that big of a gap before I weld it. But apart from that, I think this is enough for right now to at least solidify the back end of the frame. But we are out of time for today. The sun is gone, so we need to wait till tomorrow. So I'll catch you guys the next day.